Welcome back, MoJoe Sports, episode 52, deep into the playoffs. And we just watched the PGA Championship. Technically not over, but I'm calling it. It's over. Aaron Rye's going to win the championship. He just hit a super deep putt, and that felt like the nail in the coffin. 9 under right now. Rom trailing 6 under.
Yeah, it's Teddy Two Gloves. Have you seen that one before? You seen the double golfer glove before? I hadn't until I seen Mr. Rye.
I myself am a double glover.
You go 2 gloves? Do you really?
Yeah, it's just because I grip it way too hard. I've gotten better, but
Okay.
like when I was first starting to play golf, I would grip it too hard. So I'd wear one glove, and then
Yeah.
my other hand would all be blistered up.
Yep.
I was like, I really need to double bag it.
If you play like in this, where we are at in Vegas and in Phoenix, like it's hot, so you get the blisters are more prevalent, I feel like. But yeah, I've never seen a professional do the 2 glove thing, so it looks kind of ridiculous if I'm being honest. But hey, PGA champion, so what can I say to the guy?
I don't get why it looks so ridiculous. Like other sports, if Justin Jefferson just wore one glove, I
It's
would
true.
say he looks ridiculous.
How do you feel about the quarterback 2 glove thing?
Gross. Hate
See,
it.
that's kind
That's
of
disgusting.
the same thing.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Why would you want to wear a glove on your throwing hand?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's feeling with golf. Why would you want to wear a glove on your dominant hand?
Yeah, but like a baseball player wears 2 gloves
They wear 2 gloves, yeah.
and they're swinging a bat.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. You're arguing with the game, not me.
It sounded like you were arguing. It sounded like you were making fun of me for wearing 2 gloves.
I'm personally not a 2 glove guy. It is kind of funny. It looks kind of funny, objectively. I don't know why. It just does. But also, why do you take the glove off to putt? I've never really got that one.
Don't understand it. Too
Yeah.
much grip.
I
don't know.
guess. But you're not really swinging the putter, so how do you have to? Yeah, I don't know. It's the great mysteries of golf.
Yeah, it's all just tradition. Some guy did it back in the 1800s, and now everybody's like one glove. Everybody knows the rules.
We're gonna have to get some. We're gonna have to get some actual insights onto this.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have a guest on next week talking soccer, getting ready for the World Cup. A former kicker, college kicker, completely different sport than soccer. I don't even know if he watches soccer.
I don't think he's like a big soccer guy.
Well, that's perfect because all of my questions that I've got ready for him, it's all World Cup related. So this will be a fun experiment.
Yeah, I did just get my Mbappe jersey ordered. So my French kit, #1 allegiance USA in the tournament. Inevitably, when they lose, I will flip my allegiances over to the French. So, Mbappe kit, I'm pumped for that. The soccer jerseys are elite. I think in terms of jerseys, it goes baseballs 1. Baseballs are that's my favorite type of jersey.
Okay.
I think college, maybe you go basketball jerseys. Basketball jerseys in college are cool. Now,
not NBA?
Yeah, okay. No, I'm saying while you're in college, yeah, like at a frat party, the NBA, the jerseys go hard.
Oh, I'll still rock them.
You look good in the jersey. I can't really
still
pull it off.
Jersey over a sweatshirt even. I went out with some people a couple years ago. One of the girls called me a child.
Yeah.
She said, that's what my brother in high school wears. I said, he's got style. He must be a jock. He must get bitches. That's what I told her.
Yeah. But then football, I think, is there. But I go football, soccer as my number 2s. Baseball 1, football, soccer 2, basketball is 3 for me.
Yeah, the football jerseys aren't the best for going out, dress wear. Baseball, though, I agree.
What about golf? You never see people wearing I guess Tiger, you get the Sunday red thing, but he didn't really have all the same, now these guys have 17 ads on their polos. I think that'd be pretty funny just seeing somebody in the wild wearing a Workday branded polo to
Workday Puma.
This is Rye's jersey.
I mean, we completely glossed over hockey. I think hockey jerseys are sweet.
Hockeys are sick. Yep. I'd say that's probably up there for me with football and soccer. Maybe hockey's even 2 above those because the kits are sick for hockey.
See, I do jujitsu. Now the thing is I'll see a lot of people, they have UFC fight kit shorts. That's like
Mm,
it'll be like McGregor's UFC shorts. So
just wearing a
that's the
gi around.
equivalent of a jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shirtless with some, spandex on. Be like, it's just a jersey.
You have a full karate gi at the bar. You're like, dude, it's my
Yeah.
favorite player.
Yeah, you show up in a gi, I show up in a singlet.
Singlet, that would be hilarious.
Singlet. This is a Daniel Cormier singlet, dude. Oklahoma State. Sorry, it's a throwback.
Uh,
Um, PGA, anything else? Oh, I do want to hit on this. I was hearing Rory talk after Friday, and he was saying that basically the course not challenging enough,
too
like
easy.
too easy, but not even too easy. He just said the best you're gonna do is like maybe get a couple birdies here, and then he's like, and then the worst you can do is to get a bogey. You're basically parring everything. So he was basically saying nobody can pull away. It's just everybody in a pack. And I think for me, I think that's probably more fun because
Yeah.
Sunday today going in, we didn't know who was going to win. Nobody had a big lead.
Yep.
As a golfer, he hates it.
I mean, look at the guys below the cut. They seem to have done worse than he's
That
saying
was
too.
my
Something
that was
like,
my thought. I looked at the very last guy, 18 over.
right.
Won't even reference his name because I feel for the guy. He was doing fine, and then Rory made those comments, and this guy was like, "Hold my beer." Proceeded to get, I think, 2 triple bogeys and a quadruple bogey.
Yep.
So he proved Rory wrong. You can do worse than bogey on this course.
Yeah. There's a couple like pros, obviously, in the PGA too, and we didn't get the blocky. We didn't get the blocky headlines, which I am fine with. He had his shine. I could do without any blocky for the rest of my life. But I do like when some of these pros come up and just sneak up on you.
Yeah, I would like a new pro.
Yes,
Just not
yes,
him, right?
not him.
Yeah.
He's had too many clips I've seen of him, and he's
Yeah.
yeah, he needs some different media training potentially. He needs a rebrand. He needs a Bryson rebrand. That's what we need to get him. A full YouTube team that just reshapes his image.
What's your problem with him?
I don't know. I can't like describe it. It's just like when I'm watching the clips of him, at first it was like, this is sick, you know? And then it was kind of like, I think he got too cocky maybe, where it was like, all
Ah,
right, dude, like, yeah, like we get it, man, you know? Like that type of thing.
yeah. Yeah.
With Bryson's kind of the same thing. It's like, yeah, dude, I make my own 5-irons. And then he's like, something's wrong with my 5-iron. It's like, yeah, dude, because you made it in a 3D printer. Like, just use a normal club.
He's like, we fired the old guy, bring in a new guy. It's just him in a different hat.
He's like, I got a different 3D printer off of eBay. This one's going to be way better than the one I made the last one with.
Yeah. How did Bryson do?
Not good, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think he made the cut.
Attaboy.
Yeah, he did not make the cut. He went 76-71. So, yeah. Struggle bus for old
Stick
Bryson.
to YouTube.
Yeah.
He's a streamer. He's not
Yeah.
even a golfer.
Nah. He's already got his second career like LeBron.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I mean, LeBron James could be in, could be out. Not sure. Could just play golf. Some people are. I've seen like multiple people at this point say he's going to leave to go to the Wizards. I don't get that one. Makes no sense.
It's just the MJ thing.
I guess. Yeah.
He's
I
just
thought it
trying to
was
like
just
one
a.
up him.
I thought it was just a PFT thing, and then I started hearing other people say it. Completely different platforms.
I think it's Bulls and Wizards is the talk, just so that he can like one up MJ. That's like that's the fan fiction. That's what people want to see, because it would be funny.
He's already one upped MJ enough times. All right, leave the poor kid alone. Quit kicking him while he's down. NFL news, we got Aaron Rodgers signed a 1-year deal with the Steelers, $25 million. And good move, bad move.
Where's that put him like in terms of quarterbacks? That's got to be kind of middle to bottom
middle
of
of the
those
pack,
top
I would
guys.
say. Middle
Yeah.
to bottom. Yeah.
I think it's fair. You know, his legacy's has earned him this deal. I don't see how they could be worse this year. Their receiving core has gotten 10 times better. I just At what point do they move on? I feel like last year when we got, when we had guys that hadn't played football in 6 years getting called up to play in games with Phil Rivers, it's like these old guys just clearly kind of have the league in a chokehold in terms of the quarterback position. They're scared to give some of the younger dudes a chance, I guess, or are they just not good enough? I don't know. But this is another one where it's like, is he better than everybody else in order to get that sort of deal? Probably.
Yeah, he's definitely better than certain quarterbacks on the market. I just think directionally, are you gonna win a Super Bowl this year with that move? And if not, are you putting yourself in a better spot to win in the future? I guess the Steelers thing, they just want to be middle of the pack.
Yeah.
They felt like they were slipping and they're like, we need to get back to the middle. But I just don't think it helps you long term. I also don't think he's the type of guy that's going to really help develop a quarterback behind him. I
Right.
think he's proven that he's not in this business to help you get better at your job. So I don't know. I don't love the move.
Yeah. It's medium for me. I could kind of give a fuck. I don't think they're going to be relevant. I think they'll have 500 season, just like you said, middle of the pack.
I think it's going to be fun for him
Yeah,
because
right.
there's zero pressure, right?
Right.
They just got Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf, and zero pressure on him. They could lose every game. He will not give a shit.
No. And $25 million.
And that's just, yeah, I'm sure he needs it, Great.
Ayahuasca's not cheap.
Joe, before we move into recaps, not even recaps, but just getting NBA playoff talk, getting in the NHL talk, I just want to ask you a question. Is esports, is that a sport? Is that a thing? Because I go on Twitter and I clicked on my search and went to the sports tab, and the very first headline was like Optic Gaming Sniper Quickscope 2v1 wins championship. And then underneath that, it's like Game 7, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham. I said, whoa, wait a minute. Is esports, is that coming in? Is that taking over? Is that a sport?
Yeah. I don't know if you classify it as a sport, but the same type of thing with like some of the Olympic sports, I feel kind of similar. I mean, like curling, it's still physical, right? But in terms of athletic prowess, some of these esport guys, like their hand-eye and all that shit, it is pretty nuts. So I don't know. I mean, it's an esport. I just like
It is.
I don't know. I don't know where you draw that line. It is still physical, it is physical. How physical? Probably not a lot, but they still have to move the mouse. They still got to click the buttons better than other people.
I was always a guy that argued that racing was not a sport.
Mm.
F1, NASCAR, I I don't know, why is it a sport? Or when does something become a sport?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because if I just sit there and I'm on the debate team and somebody wins, somebody loses, then technically that's a sport.
Let's
Debating.
look up what's the definition of a sport.
And then the NASCAR guys will always tell you, oh, I work out so much for this, very taxing on the body. So maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. It sounds like you're just sitting in a car with no AC for a minute and you're just up to your gills in adrenaline,
Yeah,
which is
right,
probably what's making you sweat. It's just
right.
2 hours of laser focus.
Those F1 guys, the video, the Netflix thing, they train pretty hard. I don't know. They're in good shape. It says sport is broadly defined as an organized competitive activity that requires physical exertion and skill.
Physical
So
exertion.
the skill part they've got for esports, the exertion, like with racing, there's skill. So I'd give you racing before I give you esports.
Yeah. If you've ever seen those guys racing too, they basically are holding a controller. The F1 guys, at least. It's like a controller. It's actually sick. And here, I'm not the bad guy either, because I like anything that there's a winner and a loser. I just love competition. So I'm fine with it being a sport. I was just surprised to see it top headline today in the
You think
sports
it's
category.
physically harder to drive an F1 car or play like PGA level golf? Physically, not skill wise.
Honestly, for me, it might be sitting in that hot ass car all
I
day.
think I don't think it's
Because of the
close.
reason of me just clinching onto the wheel, just white knuckling the steering wheel for 2.5 hours.
They got a shift and so I don't know. Yeah.
And you can't even drink. At least
Yeah.
on the course, you can throw back some beers. They probably don't even let you drink on the NASCAR circuit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure Rye for the PGA championship was just tossing him back as he's marching towards victory.
How many golf people are going to come at our throats for this?
You got the F1 guys on your tail and now golf.
Yeah.
And esports. They're
I
all
disrespected F1, and then you asked about golfer racing, and then I sided with racing. So now they just all hate me. I'm here for it.
yeah.
I am here for it. Joe, let's get into NBA playoffs. Game 7 is tonight. We're doing the pod beforehand. So by the time you hear this, you'll know the winner. We do not know the winner, but we are going to get the Cavaliers versus the Pistons. And it's been a back and forth series. I have one play on this, one read, and it's fade James Harden, game 7. I'm on Pistons -4.5. Official prediction, Pistons win by 9.
By 9. Okay. I like that. I did tail you there. I saw on the sheet. So I took the Pistons -4.5. I took Cade Cunningham over in points, and I took James Harden under in points. So I'm
Okay.
in full fade mode riding with you.
He's going to drop 50 tonight.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's a legacy James Harden game right in our face.
He might even win the whole thing now. He goes and gets that ring.
I don't think this game matters, to be completely honest. I think it'll be fun to have game 7, but I think the Knicks are a buzzsaw. So whoever wins this game is going to run into the Knicks.
Yeah, not only is the team that comes out of this going to be the worst team remaining, but you're also the most tired.
Right.
So not a great combo. For either team, though, hey, go out there. Go earn your spot in a conference title game.
Yep.
Even if you're the Pistons, huge for Cade to do it this early and just get that experience. But I agree with you. Do you think, though, that the Knicks can win the championship?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it'll be easy, but I think there's a chance because I think it's going to be the Thunder. I do still. I'm staying with the Thunder, but I think the Knicks, I mean, if they play like they have been, they've been disgusting. And if Cat keeps kind of stepping up, like we haven't really seen him step into what he can be, it feels like he kind of got, I don't know what it was before. Maybe it's a new coach this year or something, but the Knicks feel unlocked a little bit. And I feel like they're playing unbelievable basketball. So I think they're going to smoke the Pistons or the Cavs. And then I think it could go. I think we might get a game 7 in the finals. I hope it's going to be competitive. If it's the Spurs or the Thunder, I think it could be a really fun series.
I would love it. Even if it was not game 7, just getting to watch finals in Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
The atmosphere is going to be awesome. Celebrities out and about. I think they have a chance too. I really do.
Yep.
It's going to be an uphill battle, but I would not count them out. I would not say that Spurs Thunder automatically win it because, like you said, they've been unlocked. The way they're hitting threes in that last series, on top of the way they already play defense, they've got Jalen Brunson, the best fourth quarter scorer, someone you can rely on late, and then some big physicals down low. Also found out Cat's in Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but yeah,
I haven't seen either, but I saw the clips. Yeah,
that's pretty on brand.
I need to go see it. Yeah,
That checks out.
Always leaves you wondering.
Yeah, I never saw Devil Wears Prada 1, so
It's good.
It's good. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta do
you
it.
sound super excited about that.
I mean, it's a classic. You got to respect the classics. It's not like it's chick flick. It's chick flick. But I respect movie. I respect great works of art.
All right. What's it about? Can I get that?
Uh, Fashion. Like a lady kind of cracks into the fashion industry. She was a journalist. Kind of shit on the whole thing. Got into it. Rose up pretty quick. Then realized this isn't for me, and got out of it. That's the whole movie. I saved you your time.
Fuck, you spoiled it.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn it. I didn't know
That's
she was
that's
going to
that,
leave.
and that's the movie.
How does Cat play into all this? That's now I got to go see the second one.
Yeah, I have no idea what his role is gonna be. I imagine he'll probably be at like a fashion show or something, or like involved in some sort of New York fashion. Feels like that's a fit that he could play.
If the Knicks win the finals, I will do a Devil Wears Prada review for the
All right,
pod.
nice,
All right. Only
nice.
if they win.
Yeah.
On the other side, we have the Spurs and the Thunder. Today, we got news that SGA has won MVP for the second year in a row. And Joe, it begs the question, is SGA underrated or overrated?
I feel like he is underrated. People can't stand him. I feel like I don't like get the hate. I understand the free throw merchant thing. I understand like why people kind of get upset about the way he plays, but I think he gets criminally underrated in comparison to some of these other, like Jokic. It was like the second coming when he won MVP, and now he's kind of fallen off a little bit just because the team struggled. But like the Thunder have a chance to rip off, I don't know, 10 titles in a row. Like they are unbelievable, and it's driven by him most of the time. So I feel like criminally underrated and overhated, if anything.
Totally agree. If you look at what he's already done, back-to-back MVPs, he's already won the finals. Like you said, he's probably going to win many finals. He's got a finals MVP. We look at anybody else at this point in their career that's done that, we're having way different conversations about where they rank. If
Yep.
this is Anthony Edwards, if this was Ja Morant, we're having crazy conversations right now based on those accolades. So I agree. Gets a lot of hate. I think he's just gotten to the point where he is literally thinking a step ahead of everybody in the NBA. Like his footwork, he just beats you to spots. He gets you going, and then he races you to a spot, and then he rises up and shoots, makes it. And then as soon as you start catching on to it, he's racing you to that spot, and then he changes the spot that you're racing to, and he zags. And you're like, oh, you overcommit, boom, pull up, hits it. And it's all so smooth. He does it when he does it. It's just, it's beautiful. You know he's been in the gym doing 10,000 hours, right? Like
Yep.
that's the thing. When he makes the moves, he goes straight into the shot. So I think he doesn't get enough love. But I think there's probably a lot more eyes on Wemby for this. Because SGA's been there, done that. We expect it at this point. Wemby, this is going to be the biggest moment of his life getting this series, especially if he can pull off the win.
Yep. And I think we called it actually at the beginning of the season. We called for Wemby to have this sort of year. We called for him to be in this sort of spot and to get some more spotlight on him. And I feel like he did. Like I feel like this is the year where he kind of broke out. I know he's been a star before, but he has the chance to kind of enter into what everybody thought he could be. And I think if he beats the Thunder, it'll really just kind of launch him. The funniest outcome would be beat the Thunder, lose to the Knicks. That'd be hilarious. But I do think that he has like and for SGA, going back to that, I feel like he kind of skipped the honeymoon period. Like most guys have that kind of rise and everybody loves them and then the fall, right? But I feel like he never really got the love that he kind of deserves. I mean, he still has a good run left here with this team. I think they really can win. What do they have? Two of the top 20 picks too coming up in the draft. Like they have an unbelievable chance to build this dynasty. But like Mahomes, whoever else, it was like, oh, this guy's sick. And then you kind of started to hate him once he won too much, which is natural for everybody. Tom Brady, like it happens to everybody. But SGA never really got I don't know, people just don't like him for some reason. At least that's what it feels like online.
And he doesn't try to get them to like him either.
No,
Not a big personality, doesn't really care.
no, no. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun series, though. I am pumped for that series.
And with Wemby, my question is, let's say he did go and he wins the thing this year, wins the whole thing. Do you foresee him becoming a more valuable athlete than Ohtani? Can he reach those heights?
I don't think so.
No.
Ohtani's just it's yeah. It's like if Wemby would also have to be the coach and the GM. Like that's how good Ohtani is. I just feel like you can't. Baseball's so different in my head, but like it's yeah. Nobody does what Ohtani's done. Like people have done what Wemby's doing, and I think he is ahead of everybody. But at the same time, like no, I don't think he's at that level. Maybe if he wins a couple.
I think he can get there. I
You think
think
so?
because he's an international superstar, he's pretty interesting guy when you get to like hear him talk. He looks, you don't even have to know who he is. You just see him and you're like,
Right.
what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah.
So he has this look to him where you're immediately attracted. And I would argue he's doing stuff we've never seen before. I saw a
Yeah.
stat the other day. Through this many games, he has more points than Larry Bird had through this many games. Through this many games, he has more rebounds than Charles Barkley had through this many games. The best stat of it all was that through this many games, he has more three-pointers made than Steph Curry did. It
That
does
is
not matter
crazy.
which direction of the game you go. He is on pace to be the best at everything.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I guess I can give it to you, but at the same time, I need to see him win. Because like
Yeah.
Ohtani, if Ohtani was doing what he was doing and didn't have any World Series, didn't have anything to show for it, would we still be having the same conversation? Maybe not. But he's won, like, and been in big moments and delivered in big moments. So if Wemby can do it, then great. But if he can't, then I don't know. It doesn't.
So
Winning will add to the legacy.
you're saying Wemby right now, he's on the Angels. He should go play for the Thunder and go get some rings, or the Lakers. He should do what Ohtani did. Go ring chase, go join the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Because Ohtani was not winning when he was on the Angels.
Yeah, neither were the Dodgers. The Dodgers
They
hadn't
had
won a
some
World Series
good
with
years. They had some good years.
they had good years, but they did not win the World Series they won was because of him, that first one,
Okay,
no?
so he can go to the Lakers right now.
He
That's
could
the
go to
equivalent of
Lakers.
the
Yeah,
Dodgers.
exactly. Yes, yes.
Okay.
He goes to Lakers. That's, I mean, they're not. What are they? You know what I mean? Playoff team, but they're not like. It's not like he's going to the
Healthy
Wizards.
Luka, healthy LeBron, and a
LeBron's
Wemby.
gone, dude. LeBron's not gonna be in LA.
No, don't say that. I don't care if he's out of LA. I just don't want him to stop playing.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I think Wemby's got to win to be in those conversations. Otani's earned that. He is, and he's also done like disgusting stuff across the board. Wemby's done disgusting
Yeah,
stuff,
like
but
that gambling thing. It
yeah,
was disgusting. I agree, Joe.
not yet. Maybe, but not yet.
Hey, moving on to hockey. All right, I've had
Yeah,
enough of you. Tell me how hockey's going. Tell me what matchups I'm looking at.
yeah. Incredible playoffs, to be honest. There was a couple, blowout series. Arguably, all three of the other series were kind of blowouts. The Avalanche 4-1 moved past the Wild. The Golden Knights moved past the Ducks. That was a good series. It ended 4-2, but a lot of fun games. The Knights getting some blowback too. Some stuff. Just people hating on the Knights. So that's all right. We've kind of hit the heel turn portion of the life cycle, which is okay. Hurricanes, obviously, we talked about that, a while ago because they smoked the Flyers 4-0, so they've been resting for a little bit. But then this last one, we do have a Game 7, which will be super fun. It's going to be in Buffalo, so the Sabres and Buffalo fans are going to be pumped. If history has any sort of, they say history rhymes, well, Buffalo's probably going to lose that game at home, right? They're probably going to lose that Game 7 in
Yeah.
heartbreaking fashion to Montreal. So either way, that'll be fun. That's tomorrow, so that'll be a really good game. If you haven't watched any NHL, this would be a great game to watch. The last two these teams have played, Sabres and Canadiens, they just blow each other out. So Sabres won 8-3 a couple nights ago, and then before that it was 6-3, just domination across the board. So it should have fireworks, a lot of goals. I think I'll be taking the over in that game 7. Been kind of hot in hockey, so I'll give that pick out. That's my pick. And then once we get the semis, the conference finals, I think there's going to be some fun games. Avalanche Golden Knights, that's going to be a 6 series, and then your Hurricanes taking on whoever wins this series will be fun too. So
Canes in
hockey's
4.
heating up. Yeah.
Canes in 4. I mean, these guys don't play any defense. I was watching the Canadiens Sabres game yesterday. There were 5 goals in the first period.
Yeah,
I think there were 3
awesome.
goals in the first 3 minutes of the game. I'm not even joking. It was, high scoring. Guess what, Canes? We don't play that ball.
No,
all right,
no,
we shut that down
they're
real fast.
suffocating. Canes are
Yeah.
suffocating.
I wish the game 7 though was in Montreal.
I know.
Because every game that I've watched at Montreal, it looks like the coolest atmosphere.
Yep.
They go ham for these games.
If the Sabres do win too, we'll have 4 1 seeds in the conference finals. So
chalky.
Chalky. But I do think the over, if you just close your eyes, bet the over in that series, it's hit a fair amount of times so far in those 6 games. So yeah, it's been a fun playoffs though.
And how are you feeling about these Avs against the Golden Knights?
I'll be cheering for the Golden Knights, but I do think
why are people hating on the Golden Knights? Well, is it just because they're just ready to move on, or did we do something?
I think the Ducks. I think the West Coast is sick of the Golden Knights because of our success. I think they've had some, winning. They just win, so everybody hates them. But there was something about an announcement. So let me look it up quick. I don't know what the announcement thing was, but the team put out a statement and said, we saw the announcement. I don't really know. It's they got sanctioned for this too, so it's sanctioned and lost a 2nd round pick, violating media regulations.
Because we didn't want to talk to the media.
They should have been fined $100,000. Yeah, they just skipped the media day. That's what it was. They just skipped it. So fuck you, fuck the NHL. We don't want to talk to the media.
Yeah. Pull a Marshawn Lynch.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah. That's what they got to do next. That's always the next move.
Yep. Yes, I don't know. I don't get why. I don't get the hate. I think it's just because it's new. They're sick of winning. Never seen somebody win so much.
Yeah. Yeah. That and Golden Knights, they represent America. That's America's team, I would say.
Sick of winning.
Well, I'm excited to see Game 7. You said that's tomorrow. And then next week we dive in the 2nd round. And you're going Avs Canes, I would imagine.
Yep.
I'll go Knights Canes for my prediction.
Hell yeah.
Yep. A little bit of parody on the pod. We also had MMA this weekend, Mo's MMA. Boring UFC card, not that great. I would say the card was actually fun to watch, but weren't big enough names. And that's also why Jake Paul probably booked his event to be on the same night. He had Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano, Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry, Francis Ngannou versus Felipe, whatever. He got killed. We'll start with Ngannou. Ngannou is, seeing him again, it's just the most intimidating,
it's jarring
human. Yeah. You cannot help but just be in awe, just staring at the size of his back. He's so massive. I think if you threw him into civilization 2,000 years ago, he could have done whatever he wanted. He could have been king of any civilization. He is just, looks like a Greek god. Everybody thought it was going to be a 1st round knockout, and it was. Once he gets his paws on you, you just kind of don't have a choice. You just drop. And Herb Dean actually tried to let him hit him more. And Ngannou was looked at him, and he's like, bro, this guy's dead. And then Herb's like, yep, call it. Herb loves to just let it go way too long. Ngannou didn't take the bait. Also had Diaz versus Perry. Did you watch these fights, by the way?
Just the highlights.
Or just saw the clips?
Yeah, I wanted to, and then I couldn't.
Hey, don't
And
feel bad because the main event, 5 fights, the main card was a total of 22 minutes in the octagon. They were all just big mismatches, and even this one, that was my biggest bet of the night for the MVP card. Jake Paul's card was Diaz losing. He was Mike Perry was minus 160. He's been actively boxing against like good fighters. He's 7-0, I think, in bare knuckle boxing, and he's fighting Nate Diaz, who's 41 years old at this point. I couldn't believe the line, and
he got so
yeah,
bloodied up, like so
so bloody.
bloody. It was yeah. It's hard to
But
watch. He should stop fighting, right?
when you watch his fight though, you don't know if he's playing possum
I know.
because he was
I
doing it
know.
10 years ago, where
I
you would
know.
be punching him, you're like, this guy's a zombie,
I
and then
just
in the 4th round, he just starts killing you.
there's got to be a point where the punishment becomes enough, right?
No, he almost needs it. I think he was probably like, I need to get punched in the head. I'm feeling a little off right now.
I know. He got God, it's just leaking everywhere. It's disgusting.
Yeah, well, he got paid. That was the
Yeah,
big
true,
thing.
fair.
That's why these guys did this. They wanted the money.
Compensated for his efforts.
Yeah. And the main event, that was the biggest purse, Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. And they both made over $1 million for this fight. The fight lasted all of 17 seconds. Ronda Rousey just runs in, takes her down immediately, goes for an armbar. Game over. A lot of people came out and they were like, I think it was rigged. I don't think it was rigged. I think it's honestly, that's most of Ronda's fights. If you look at her, she has like an average fight time of like 30 seconds. And yeah, it was kind of stealing money. These two girls just got bags for 17 seconds.
Yeah. And her arm did look broken, so it wasn't like a fake tap. Like it was about to break if she didn't tap out. So
Yeah.
I
I hope she's doing okay. I actually know Gina. I know Gina from the gym that I train at. That's where she trained out of for this fight. And fun fact, actually, I was asking her if she likes football. She's like, no, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm like, I'm an Eagles fan, so fuck you. But like, why are you a Cowboys fan? She said her dad was Roger Staubach's backup
that's awesome.
for the Cowboys. And then I looked him up. He's a UNLV Hall of Famer.
Oh hell
He's in
yeah.
the UNLV Hall of Fame. He was a quarterback.
What was his name?
Yeah. Glenn Carano.
Let's go. Shout
Yeah.
out. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
congrats to her. Bag. I respect it.
Bag.
Is this like, so Herb Dean is he no longer a UFC ref, or did they say it was okay?
Referees just kind of are their own thing.
Okay.
They're more like, I think, based on the commission
Got
and
it.
like the state. And yeah, so Herb Dean does a lot of like different promotions, not just UFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
So
overall,
Ngannou then, is he coming back too, or will he ever fight in the UFC again? Or
that's actually, I'm happy you brought that up because John Jones was in attendance for this fight. And shout out to Emily. Emily took a picture with him, got to
hell
meet
yeah.
him
That's
after the
sick.
fights. Yeah. He thinks he wants to fight Ngannou now. He was out there. He saw the spectacle. He saw the people cheering, and he was like, "Oh, I missed this." Ngannou's the fight to make. So it sounds like he might try to wiggle out of whatever's left of his UFC contract so that they can line it up.
Wow.
That would sell.
Yeah. Wow. Is it so it's starting to steal a little bit of the steam, or no?
I don't think so. I think a lot of people after last night were like, "Hey, this kind of seems like still feels like misfits, like you're going after
Right.
people that are big social media followings
Yeah.
that aren't the best fighters." And then you see the results last night and it was like every fight just felt like a murder.
Yeah.
But Dana might have been a little scared because he
Right.
did make a huge announcement right as the Ngannou fight was starting. And he announced that Conor McGregor will be fighting in July for the UFC against Max Holloway. So huge news. And they dropped the rest of the card also. It's going to be a banger of a card. I think McGregor is actually going to do it. Don't think he's pulling out of this one. Wants to fight. And they already fought at the beginning of their careers, and Conor beat Max. So this is a revenge angle for Max. Joe, you already know this. I sent it to you, sent it to a couple people, but FanDuel opened up Max Holloway minus 165. And I nuked it immediately. and it is now at minus 480 as we speak. So early value. I think McGregor has virtually no shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while for him. I feel like that was a great pick by you. By the time I saw it, it was already, I think it was 5 something even when I looked.
Yeah, it probably went up, came down a little bit, but I mean, you got to think Max has been in this. This is what Max has been doing nonstop, and he's been fighting champion level fighters. McGregor has been doing who knows what. I honestly, when I let my brain think about what he's doing, I arrive at some pretty bad spots. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully, he's doing better than what I think he's doing.
Well, he
But
ran for mayor or something, right? Or
ran for
president or
mayor,
something.
kick some senior citizens' ass,
Yeah.
grabbed up on a girl in a bath stall,
Yeah,
did a couple movies.
not a great run.
No, but goddamn, that's gonna sell a lot of tickets too.
Mhm.
So Dana pulling out that card on him, Wall Ngannou coming out. Jake Paul basically called him out and said, "Yeah, you're afraid of me. Be afraid." Which, by the way, Jake Paul, he set up right next to the octagon. He had like a throne with him and his wife. It was like this. It was like a booth you would see at like a club,
Right.
and then he had like TV monitors built in front of him. So if like there was a takedown on the other side of the octagon, he could just watch the TV. It looked like the greatest viewing experience ever, but it also felt like a Caesar
Yeah,
or like
watching
just like giving the thumbs down mid fight. Like, yeah, it was definitely walking the line.
Well, hopefully we get some better fights out of there or the UFC absorbs them. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, we will see. And that's all I've got for Mo's MMA. Covered all the sports today. Joe, we're at the end of the episode. It's time to let it fly. Anything non-sports related you want to get into?
Yeah. I don't have like a strong take. It was just something that came across my desk that I wanted to put across your desk here. So the US has recovered 4 distinct species of extraterrestrial life from crashed UFOs. This is from a former CIA funded government researcher who is now 89 years of age. So take that with a grain of salt, if you will. But this is from the New York Post. So we're getting a lot of alien talk. The government's putting out stuff. We don't really see any actual aliens. We just kind of see some grainy crafts and stuff. In an age of high def cameras and like live streaming war, you can see basically boots on the ground war. You'd think we'd get some aliens. So there's either a cover up going on or they don't exist. I'm under the belief that they do exist. The universe is way too big for it not to happen, but we got to see some stuff here. But there's 4 different types of aliens they said. There's 4 species, if you will. There's insectoids, gray, what's the gray one they said?
Just gray.
Gray something, yeah, and then reptilians and Nordics. So I don't know. I mean, that's what this guy's saying. There's a bunch of people coming out with stuff. It just feels like every week we get some new thing that's like actually approved by Congress to be put out to the United States people. The proof never like hits for me. You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay,
No,
that looks real, but it's like at the same time, it's not like, I don't know. What would it take for you? Like what would satisfy you to be like, okay, they're here, that's real.
I think I would have to see a corpse.
A corpse or alive. Because the
Or
corpse,
alive. Or
yeah,
alive, yeah.
the
Dead or
corpse is,
alive.
yeah. I know, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, are you
I
an
can't
aliens
believe
guy?
it. Yeah, I believe that there are aliens, but I don't know if they even know about us.
Right,
Like, there's also a chance if there were species on another planet that they're not even capable of doing what humans are doing,
right,
right? Like you could have there might just be a ton of fucking rats on some planet. And you're like,
yes,
all right, they're not building a spaceship to come see the US anytime soon.
right, right,
So I do think they're out there. I don't know if they've actually made contact with us. Also, just traveling that far too, like based on, I'm not a science guy, but based on it, it sounds like it takes a lot to get going that fast to the speed of light to get here.
right.
What sport do you think these aliens though would take over first? Like, what
I
would
think
they
it's
just dominate?
I think it depends on the type that you're talking about, but I think, based on just straight ability, maybe some soccer. It seems like, aliens would be good at soccer, soft sport, so they'd just come in and take over soccer. They're
Soccer?
definitely
Yeah.
not playing football, I'll tell you that.
Oh, you don't think aliens can play football? I
Then
was reading the
these
reports.
the
Sounds like some of them are like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, but these species, maybe some basketball. The reptilian dude that they have in this New York article, he could lay some hat across the middle. Just imagine like a giant dinosaur playing football. That looks kind of crazy. But the Nordic guy looks like he's like an Olympic skier. Like if that's a real species. But then the mantis dude is just a giant praying mantis. The insectoids, like they're not doing
Yeah.
shit.
If they
And then
figure out how to get here, they're probably just nerds.
right. The little gray dudes, like the gray ones, that's probably like a horse jockey type of guy. I
He
don't
could be a
know.
scat back. I could
Yeah.
see him catching some passes out of the backfield.
Yeah. I mean, the reptilian thing, he'd probably be hard to tackle. So he'd probably tote the rock for like 4 or 5,000 yards.
I think hockey's probably our best bet. I don't
Mm.
think they'll ever beat us in hockey.
That Nordic guy looks like he can skate.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Just
Mm,
open
yeah,
that article, look at those phenotypes and tell me what you think. I think the blonde Nordic dude looks like pretty much every NHL player that's in the league right now.
I was going to say, if that's a type of alien, then we need to be very aware of the Swedes
Right.
and all that entire region up there.
Yeah. Come on, give us some proof. Just give us something. Stop trickling
Yeah.
out these little videos that it look
I,
like I made it with my 1950s Dell computer.
I
Dell
do
probably
have a
didn't
wager
exist then.
on Kalshi that they
Oh,
will not release or they will not confirm aliens exist
hmm.
this year.
Who? The
I bet
government?
that 3 months ago, the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's it looking?
I haven't checked in a while, but
Okay.
I'd imagine it just the price gets better with time. Like
Right.
every day that goes by that it didn't get announced.
By December.
Yeah,
Mm.
December 31st.
Yeah. It's a good bet.
Dude, it's just because we're at war. That's the only reason they
Yeah.
brought it up.
Yeah.
You know, more and more people are going to get killed before they would actually even release it.
It's
Once they
true.
release it, if it was true, it would just collapse everything.
Do you think
People would
so?
stop caring about stuff.
I don't think so anymore. I
You
think
don't
they
think
could
so?
say it and nobody would give a fuck.
You
Like
don't
at
think
this
like
point,
you
I
don't
think
think religion would fall? You don't think religion would take a hit?
that's what they said about this last one. And I don't know anybody. Like, I don't, there's so much crazy shit online now that I
No, but
would
I'm
have a,
saying the government comes out and confirms it. And they were like,
yeah.
there
I,
are aliens, and we know them, they know them, we all know each other. We've been doing deals under the table with them for years. They have a lot of power. They can strike at any moment, take out Earth.
if they say that last part, then yes. That's the key though. There needs to be some danger. If they're just like,
There has to be a
hey,
threat.
this alien landed here in the 50s, everybody would be like, holy shit. And then in 3 weeks, nobody would care. Genuinely, I think that. But if they're like, hey, they have technology that could blow up our planet in 5 seconds, then yeah, everybody pay attention.
And if they told you there was an alien that landed in the 50s, you would believe them. That's
That's
the
what
other part, right?
that's what's come out is like they have stuff. They say they have stuff, and slowly stuff has basically been confirming that. They just haven't like said it. But it's like, I don't know. We got to see some bodies, like you said. We got to see the actual
We need to see
aliens.
some bodies.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about AI just taking our jobs at this point. I saw a
Mm.
report that said all white collar jobs could be gone within the next 18 months with the use of AI. So they're projecting, I mean, within 5 years, if you're any type of data analyst, if you're anybody that works with technology and you don't do stuff that cannot be replicated by AI, they're basically predicting that you're going to need to find a new job. So, Joe, get ready.
I know. Yeah,
Get
my
ready.
job is pure Excel and PowerPoint and code. So yeah,
Claude can do it
I'm pretty
much
shocked.
faster.
18 months is aggressive, though. I don't think they'll get there
It's
that
super
quick.
aggressive.
Yeah, I think 5 years maybe. I still don't think. I think it'll be like the internet, though. They said the same thing about the internet. There'll be new jobs. We'll figure out
Yeah.
stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna babysit Claude. That's
Yeah.
what my job's gonna turn into.
Yep. Did you see the Waymo story in Atlanta where there was like 20 Waymos and it just kept driving around in a circle in a Atlanta neighborhood? We got to ask Evan
Yeah.
about that too. He
Oh
was
yeah.
probably in one of them
Yeah, honestly.
on his way
Just
home from the
hammered.
bars. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Take me home."
It's just spinning in a circle. It's like one of those teacups at Disneyland. He's just throwing up everywhere inside it.
I did
Yeah.
see another one of those videos with a guy who was drunk in the Waymo in the passenger seat, and he was just throwing up on the outside of the Waymo driving home.
Oh
And
yeah, I
somebody
saw
was
that
like, "This
picture.
is the future." I was like,
Yeah. That should be on every one of their ads for the rest of time. That's their new Jerry West logo. It's just him barfing out of the car.
I saw a Waymo van here in Phoenix today, actually. New model of car. It's always those white
Okay.
Jaguars, Now they got a male looking, like a post office looking van that'll drive you around.
And you use the Waymos.
I've been in a Waymo, but I don't like consistently because they still are a little bit shaky on the highways, from what I understand. You can't like take them too far. So
Okay.
if you're driving like bar to bar or something, it's a fun experience. It's kind of weird seeing them nobody in the car just driving around. It's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's coming. I think that's coming quicker than everybody losing their job.
I hope so.
Me too. I hate driving.
That one seems better than losing your job.
Yeah.
Last shout out before I end the show. Also wanted to shout out Shane Gillis. Right after he hosts the roast, Drake drops new album, music video. Shane Gillis is in the music video, plays a cop where he gets stuck in the backseat of the car while Drake's son is joyriding. So that was electric. Shout out Gillis for that one.
Yeah. That was funny.
But we will see you next week for episode 53. About to go watch Game 7 NBA playoffs. So appreciate you joining us. And we'll see you again next week with special guest Evan Pantels.
Adios.